Hello people! If you are watching this, I'm probably somewhere on the Croatian coast, drinking bevanda and chasing around my daughter and my son. But don't worry, you will not be left without content. Let's talk about a common summer problem: acrylics drying out too fast. Let's make a wet palette. Cheers! I know that it is simple, and there are a lot of videos about it, but I want to give you something to watch during my family vacation. Here are the ingredients: parchment or baking paper, a nice plastic box of desired dimensions with a cover, a piece of packaging foam about 1 cm thick, some cardboard, and tools for drawing and cutting. Let's dig into it. A lot of people are familiar with this box. It's the container of good Italian chocolate balls. Ambrogio, averto un leggero langurino. Anyway, choose a box with a tight cover. The cover must have around 2 cm of depth, because the cover will be our box and the box will be the cover. How smart was that, huh? Next, trace the cover or the box on the cardboard. Our box has rounded corners, so you must measure the dimensions without them. Draw those dimensions on our cardboard with the help of the first trace. Now, cut out our new dimensions. Here I was playing fancy with those corners, but it was unnecessary. In the end, we need a template that suits our box with some play. Time to cut our packing foam. Put the template in one corner, so you will have only 2 cuts to make. Press the foam firmly and make a cut with a metal ruler. Now we have the basic shape. Let's trim those corners with scissors. As you see, the foam doesn't touch the bottom. We need to solve this. Go all around with scissors and do a kind of corner fillet. It's an easy task. And now our foam is sitting in the box perfectly. Now take the cardboard template and trim it all around a little more. 2 mm per edge will be enough. Redo the corners with scissors. Mark it as the paper template and don't lose it. As you see, our paper must be a little smaller than the palette. My template could be a little larger, but you got the idea, don't you? Now, a word about baking paper. Almost anyone will work, but all of them are not working the same way. You should try a few brands. The only one that didn't work at all for me was the brown one, so stay away from the brown one is all I can say to you. Take a piece of paper and fold it a few times. This is a time-saving trick, but you would probably figure it out by yourself. Then trace our template with a marker. Now it's the time to cut all the papers at once. You will be surprised at how vicious this thing is for cutting. The corners have been simply chopped off. And here we have a handful of palette papers. I have rinsed the sponge, but as you can see, no water comes out when you squeeze it. Put the sponge in the box and start to add water. You can add a drop or 2 of vinegar to the water to avoid bad smells, but I didn't have this problem. When you apply the water, squeeze the sponge with your fingers for absorption. Repeat this process until you get something like this. As you can see, I'm barely touching the sponge and the water is coming out. This is perfect. If you put too much water in, simply grab a piece of paper towel and suck it out. I rinse the paper with running water, but you can also put it in a jar with water for a few minutes. Let's add it into the palette. As you see, I'm having problems with air because there is not enough water. I took out some water with the towel for you and I forgot to replace it. With the right amount of water, this task would be a breeze. But now I can show you how to get rid of those air pockets. And you must get rid of them. If there are some water drops on the surface, at the end gently take them away with a piece of paper towel. And our palette is ready. A day has passed and you can see the humidity accumulating in the cover. So this is the environment on the inside. Nice. All you have to do is put in your favorite acrylics. I put a blob of water or drying retarder in the corner, so it is always at hand. Those colors remain fresh for days. I hope you liked the video. Bye.